right, welcome to the Call For Help-A-Thon. We're just getting started here. I'm Chris Pirillo, and this is still the show where we love sharing our knowledge of technology with the rest of the world. We're just doing it for 18 hours this time. Whew! I'm telling you, 18 hours of this program. Can you believe it? I sure can't. Since it's the day after Christmas, I'll bet a lot of you out there have got questions about your new computers, DVD players, software, video games, TVs, and the list goes on and on. And that's why we are here today, to go beyond the owner's manual and help you figure out all those new gadgets and gizmos. So in this hour, the first hour of the Help-A-Thon, we're starting from the beginning because I'm getting a lot of you, or I'm betting that a lot of you actually found a new PC sitting underneath the tree this year, or if you didn't have a tree, some other type of decoration in the house. Probably a little bigger than our tree that we have around here. It's kind of a little small tree. We have a lot of small trees because they wouldn't let us fit a big one in the studio because of the sap. You know, because it gets all over everything. It's just horrible. But I'm going to be opening up a brand spanking new Dell Dimension. We've got the box back in the lab, and we're going to show you how to set it up step by step. So if you have questions about your new PC or anything else for that matter, please call us. Believe me, because, you know, we've got 18 hours to fill, and we're going to need to fill them. And, of course, to do that, you're going to need our number or our connection points, and Kat's got all that information over in our Interact area. At least she did about 5 minutes ago. Kat? Kat, you there?
Is it time?
It's time.
Okay.
I can't believe you stayed all night in the studio.
Yeah. Got my pajamas on.
That's dedication.
Bathrobe.
That is dedication.
Okay, I need some coffee.
I think someone's made a coffee run.
All right, let's get the party started, Chris. If you want to participate in this Help-A-Thon, we would love to hear from you. You got to pick up your phone and you got to call us. The number here is 888-989-7879. Or you can email your questions to callforhelp@techtv.com. Thank you very much. And if you have a NetCam, head into the NetCam Cineplex chat room at techtv.com/callforhelp. We're going to be checking the message boards throughout the show, so get in there and post. Literally, I'm going to start posting things right now that have to do with all 18 hours. So if you post later on in the 18 hours, some of the stuff is going to come up, and I'll mention your name, and it's going to be great. And when Morgan gets here, she'll be in the chat room. I'm actually in the chat room now. She's going to come in a little bit, a couple hours. So start interacting with us. It's going to be a big part of the call-a-thon today.
Did you have a good yesterday?
Did I have a good yesterday?
Yeah.
A good Christmas?
Yeah.
I did have a good Christmas.
That's good.
Yeah, I did. I got some pretty good stuff. I got some stuff for riding horses, a new hat, and some new chaps.
Is that your hat there?
No, this is my protector of light.
Protector of light. You know what happened on my Christmas?
What?
My hard drive crashed.
It did?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Right now, my computer at home is sick, but, you know, I thought I would take time out from my own busy schedule and help other people today.
Well, I want to know what you got for Christmas first.
I got a crashed hard drive. That's what I got. No, really the only big thing that I got, Gretchen got me 1 share of Pete's stock.
Really?
Pete's is my favorite coffee. And they've got this website. Maybe you could show this a little later. OneShare.com.
Yeah.
You go there and you buy 1 stock certificate. I don't own stock in anything now, except for this. I own 1 share of stock.
OneShare.com.
So I'm officially a shareholder of Pete's.
All right. Well, what should
Can I still talk about them though? Okay, good. It's only 1 share. It's not like it's worth that much.
You almost got in trouble there.
I did?
Yeah.
Well, it's only getting started. I got 18 hours to get in trouble. Kat, do we have any callers waiting for us?
First I'm going to start a message board. Do you own any stock? Most of these messages are going to be posted in What's on Today's Show. So we're going to start with that. All right, let's kick off the marathon with a live call. On the phone we have Barbara, and she's from Southbury, Connecticut.
Barbara. Barbara?
Hello, Chris.
Hello.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. I'm awake.
That's a good thing.
Yes, it is. Let me tell you. Now, where are you calling from again?
Southbury, Connecticut.
Okay, so you're on East Coast time.
We're about 10 inches of snow, but yeah, we're on East Coast time.
Hope everything's going okay for you then, right?
Oh, very well.
See, they thought I was kind of odd. I have an annual tradition around Christmas time of snow blowing.
Really?
And, yeah, and you don't do it in San Francisco because there's no snow. So I was pushing the snowblower, and people thought I was nuts.
Yeah, I could understand that, yeah.
It happens. Well, Barbara, what can we help you with today?
Well, we gave our son and daughter-in-law a webcam for Christmas, and now most of the family has the webcams, and we'd like to find out how to set them up and use them in the most practical and efficient manner.
Oh, wow, practical and efficient? I think we can take care of that for you. Now, what kind of webcams did you get them, if you can remember?
I have no idea.
That's okay. They're cameras, and they connect to your computer.
Exactly.
And I don't know much specifics since you didn't give me a name, but most of them nowadays are what they call USB cameras, and I think we may actually have one back in the lab that's not connected to anything. But I do have a camera connected to this particular machine, and what you need, once you have the hardware set up, Windows does come with some amount of software, or are they running any other operating system, or is it Windows?
We've done it on Yahoo, and we've done it with the Netscape.
Okay, so I'm assuming that they're running the operating system is Windows, then, if you're talking about those particular programs. You can use something called NetMeeting to conference in, and that's actually, we use NetMeeting here at TechTV when we have live NetCam callers. And in NetCam is easy to set up once you have the drivers installed, and the drivers will come on those CDs, and they should be able to get those set up no problem. Sometimes even they'll come with, and I don't know if I'm going to have the shortcut for it here, but the NetCam will come with NetCam conferencing software. What I'm looking for here is a shortcut for the, I'm sorry, thank you, Maddie. I just got handed a NetCam here, a USB NetCam. I was looking for a shortcut for NetMeeting, and I don't think there's a shortcut in Windows XP, but I know how you can get to it. You go to Start, then Run, and you type in CONF. That's CONF, that's short for conferencing, because this is the webcam conferencing software that Windows comes with. And like I said, in Windows XP, it doesn't have the shortcut. But the first time it launches, it's really neat. And I don't know if we've run it before on this machine, or we must have. The first time it launches, it'll go through a wizard, and it'll ask you to set it up. It says, okay, can you hear what I'm doing? Can you hear any sound? Are you getting anything coming out of your microphone? And then once everything's set up, you'll have the NetMeeting application, and you'll be able to connect to someone else using this particular program. We can't get into too many details right now, but just a quick short aside, this is just a sample of a webcam or a NetCam.
That's exactly what it looks like.
Really? Perfect. Okay. So then they've got a Logitech type of device. This is, I believe, the Quick Cam. Don't know if it's the Pro version or just a regular version. But with this, it connects to an open USB port, either on the back or the front of the machine. These things are just fine. You picked a good one. Great optics. And I've got a NetCam connected to this machine, and right now we're using, unless there's, hang on just a second. I think I may have messed it up by launching NetMeeting. Let me open up this program here. It's the Webcam TrueTech Personal Edition, and I got it for free at truetech.com. And what it's doing right now is it's setting up my NetCam that's connected to the machine. It's connected. Look at that. Now I've got a live streaming video because this machine, this particular piece of hardware, is back in the lab. So you can see Matt back here. Can you see him?
Yes.
See right there, and see if you get the picture. So much fun here in the morning. We have nothing else better to do. So we've got this streaming live right now, not only on our computer, but this is actually a web page. So if I click the View Webcam link on here, as long as the video is streaming, and it should be, instead of having, there should be no plugin, it's having an error right now, probably because I had NetMeeting launched before. But if everyone went to this particular web page, they'd be able to see a live streaming video feed for free. So you could do it this way. So you can have the person set up their NetCam, and you can have them streaming whatever's happening live in their house. Or if you want to be communicating with them back and forth, you could use the Yahoo Instant Messenger. As you said, you used Yahoo before?
Yes, that's right. That's what we used last time.
You could use that again. I mean, I think that's perfect. It's efficient, and it works well. I mean, NetCams are great, but as long as you got the software to run with them, you'll be okay.
Oh, that's wonderful.
It's wonderful to have you.
Well, thank you very much.
Not a problem. Like I said, I'm still kind of waking up, kind of a little lightheaded, so if the answer wasn't exactly on the ball, give me another 18 hours.
Oh, no, it was exactly perfect. That's just what we needed to know.
Good. Well,
Thank
congratulations, definitely, and I hope it doesn't snow anymore, or at least, gosh, I heard, do you hear about that over there?
We're not supposed to have any snow until New Year's Eve.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
It'll be a good New Year's.
Yeah, a cold white one.
I hope I'll be awake for it.
Okay.
Thanks for the call, Barbara. We do appreciate it. And like I said, we're going to be here for the next 18 hours and, answering a lot of questions. I mean, we're talking about hardware, software, all sorts of good stuff. And, of course, if you want to get a hold of us, it's easy. You can call us, 888-989-7879. We'll be flashing the number up on the screen plenty of times. Kat's got the message boards going. I think they may even have some screen captures being posted on some website out there, some wacky things that might happen on the show, because we really don't know. 18 hours. Can't believe this. Thanks for the call again. Coming up next, we're going to keep the ball rolling and take more of those live calls. So stick around. The Call for Help-A-Thon is just getting warmed up. Did I say thong? I think I said thong. to lay out
18 hours live. You're watching TechTV's Call for Help-A-Thon.
Welcome back to the Help-A-Thon, and yes, I am wearing my Help-A-Thong. Now, Kat, we took that first call right up front,
yes.
but you didn't tick my little now serving number.
I'm still half asleep right now.
Well, can you do me a one there?
Okay, so check it out. So right here we have a now serving thing behind me, so it's a 0. We're going to give 1 for Barbara.
Woo!
And we're going to give 1 for our next caller. But first I want to mention, I changed the message board to what did you get for Christmas? That was a little more inviting. So why don't you go onto our website, what did you get for Christmas? Now let's serve number 2 on the TechTV Netcam network. It's Jeff from Cincinnati, Ohio.
Jeff?
Yes.
Hello?
Hi, Chris. Hi, Kat. How you doing?
Oh, wonderful. We can see you. Now, wait, you're calling from Ohio. It looks like you're in a snowstorm, too, or is that just a wall?
That's just a white wall that's behind me.
No worries. Is it
that little
snowing
aura
there?
around me there.
Yeah, it is. You've got a glow about you.
Yeah.
And you've had plenty of time to wake up, unlike us West Coasters. But that's okay. What can we help you with today?
Well, I'd like to start scanning pictures in and putting them onto video CDs or picture discs, you know, making Kodak picture discs or whatever like that. Mm-hmm. But I was wondering, what's the best resolution to scan those things in, and what size should I be making those?
That's a great question, Jeff. You're talking about actual pictures, or?
Yeah, I don't have a digital camera. I just have to scan them in using a scanner.
No worries. Now, you're talking about pictures that already exist, correct?
Right.
You may, if you only had a small amount, we might recommend that you'd even get them printed out on those, not printed out, how would you say it? Developed onto a CD-ROM automatically. Yeah. Sometimes the quality is not that great. But if you're talking about actually scanning photos to be burned onto a CD, you said you were talking about a video CD, Jeff, correct?
Well, yeah, like so I could hand it over to friends. They could play it on their computer or on their CD. Sure.
Well, if you put it onto a VCD, it's going to use just one particular resolution. I think it's 800 by 600, and if I am mistaken, I will be corrected. But when you actually scan in the photo, you want to go with as high a resolution as possible, just because you want to pick up on every possible detail. Now, sometimes if you're scanning in a photo from like a newspaper, you're going to have, well, newspaper photos aren't really, they're photos, but they're actually dots. If you ever looked at a newspaper up real close, you see little dots, and and if you look at it from far away, it looks like a regular picture. And sometimes you'll have that kind of effect with newspapers or magazines. With older photos, they're not going to be as crisp. I mean, even if you're holding it in your hand and it's a nice, 5 by 7, everything may look clean and clear. But as soon as you scan into the computer, if you even blow that up to double the size, it's going to look a little blurry. So those are some things to keep in mind. I would definitely, though, recommend you scan in the highest resolution possible if you're just wanting to archive those photos on just to a regular CD, not necessarily a video CD. And we're talking about just a couple of formats. Just a regular CD, you can hold up to like 700 megabytes worth of stuff. Well, the same thing with a video CD, but a video CD is made differently. A video CD is a format that's made specifically to be played automatically as a slideshow, although there are programs out there that will help you make CDs to autoplay with photos, and I'll show you that in just a second, Jeff. We've got a digital picture, or at least I have a digital picture on my desktop of Patrick Norton. This is an older picture, and I think it was taken with my digital camera a few months ago. But this resolution, if I hover over the icon in Windows XP, I believe this is a 4 megapixel image. Yep. 2272 by 1704, and the beautiful thing about this is again, it's huge. This is not the original size. I'm just resizing it. If I went to the original size, it's something like this. So Patrick has got a huge head. Look at that melon. Woohoo! He's got a big head, and I wasn't the first to say that, I'm sure. No, Patrick, we love you. So that's the actual size of it, but it is kind of blurry. I could always shrink it down if I want to send it through email, but I could never make it bigger without making it blurrier. It's just the way graphics work. You can always make it smaller, but making it bigger doesn't always work very well. What I would recommend, instead of going with a video CD, which is fine, you could do that. There are programs that will help you do that, and I'm sure at some point during the Help-A-Thon we'll be showing people. You could use Nero or Nero Express. Have you heard about that program before?
Yeah, I actually have Nero.
Oh, perfect. You can make video CDs through there. But what I'm going to recommend, and I don't have the program installed, so you have to pardon me, is a program called Photo Meister. photomeister.com, or it can be found at photomeister.com, but it's a program called Photomeister. And this is what I have my mom use whenever she wants to do anything with digital photos, whether she's going to scan them in, whether she's going to email them, whether she's going to put them on a CD. With this, you can do it all. You can put it into a CD. You can save it to the web page. You could, the big one, you can make it into a screensaver. They've got an animated flash tour. They've got a 30-day demo. So if you want to take a look at it, I think this would actually probably do you better, I think, than just making a straight-out video CD. Here we go. I just got a screenshot here of the options. You can print it out, send it as an HTML album, email, PDF album, screensaver, slideshow, a Palm album. So if your friends have got Palms, you can burn it CD right from here. You can even batch and export, and that would allow you to process images en masse, one after the other. Jeff?
Yes.
Hopefully, Photomeister will get you going. If not, if you still want to do that video CD, that's just fine. Nero will take care of you. Either way, I think you're fine. Go with as big as possible.
Well, thank you very much.
Not a problem. It's a kind of a tricky thing when you're talking about scanning. With photos, though, you always want to try to get the best quality. I scan them as big as I can. When you email them, here's a neat little trick. And sorry, I'm taking time here, folks. But when I right-click on this image to email it through Outlook Express in Windows XP, when it senses a big email attachment, like a big picture, it'll automatically prompt me and ask me, hey, do you want me to resize the pictures for you? So that's kind of nice. I like the way that the new the new Outlook Express does this. So it'll automatically make the pictures smaller. So you'll be taken care of no matter what you do, Jeff. We appreciate the call. It's a good question, especially for our second caller. Kat, are you going to oh, you already ticked it up.
I ticked it.
All right.
It's been ticked.
I am no longer ticked on, or I am. I am ticked on, not ticked off.
Good.
Anyway, got to keep that counter climbing. Think we can get to 100 today?
Yeah.
Let's see if we can get to 100.
Well, I don't know if we can get to 100.
Maybe. We'll do the math later.
Okay.
Thanks, Kat. Coming up, were you lucky enough to find a brand new PC sitting under the tree this year? Now, Maddie, why don't you wheel the box out here? Look at this thing. Hey, wait, someone opened it. Yeah. Well, in just a few seconds, we're going to be opening this little sucker and showing you what's inside and setting up a brand new Dell Dimension. Show you how to do it in the comfort of your own home, doing it piece by piece. Stick around. Hey, welcome back to the Call for Help-A-Thon. Wow, it's going to be a long day. We just had our first crash, although it wasn't really a true computer crash. I don't know if you can see the tree. We lost a tree. There's a tree down. It's on the floor now, at least the leftovers. And we dropped this box. So I don't know if the computer's actually going to work, but oh, here comes the broom guy. This is Rob Darcy. Or I guess he's our floor director, too, for the first. How's it looking there, Rob? Thank you. Like I said, it's going to be a long day. Hey, did you used to do that for the Rocky and Bullwinkle? Look kind of familiar. You doing okay over there, Kat?
That was really funny.
Yeah, it was really funny. 30 seconds before we come back and we drop everything.
Maddie was trying to switch the tables, and as he was switching them, the whole thing fell over, and the new computer fell over, and everyone was like, 30 seconds till show. So that was pretty funny.
Well, let's see if we still have computers. All right. I bet hundreds of you out there woke up yesterday morning to find one of these things under, well, not this one, but a new computer sitting under your tree. Lucky you. Like I said, all I got was a crashed hard drive. Well, we're going to show you how to set it up. It's the Call for Help out-of-the-box segment right here. This is a brand new Dell Dimension 2350. And now we're just going to open it up. On the side, we've got the speakers right here. This is not that important. But, you know, if you want to be careful, just make sure you don't throw anything out, including the bubble wrap. I know kids, well, and adults love popping these things. But there's a reason why these things exist. It's for padding. So if you want to pack it again, you want to make sure you still have these around. So don't throw everything away. The wrapping around the box is okay to get rid of. Inside the box, I'd hold on to. So we can unwrap our speakers if we want and just see what's here. There's our power adapter. Couldn't get very far without this. This is what's going to power the speakers. I might need some scissors, though, if I could, although I would like it if someone else who's not accident-prone could bring them to me. Please. Don't know, you know, I don't think we've ever done a live show this early in the morning out here, so everyone's on their toes, me especially if I'm talking about sharp objects. So we've got this thing ready to go. Let's see what's in the box. You know what? We should have picked a smaller box. I'm too short. Can I put this on the floor, guys? Is that okay? All right. Otherwise, you guys won't be able to see me. It'll be a Call For Help-A-Thon here. All right, this is really nice, and I like the way they started to do this. And computers, well, probably for the past few years, they come with like guides like this one, where it's nice and easy. Step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Seriously, this is so easy to use. And a lot of people are afraid. Even my dad. He saw this, and he says, no, I still want you to come over and set it up. It's really not tremendously difficult to do, as long as you follow the directions. And hold on to this. Never, never, ever get rid of this. Any of these boxes in here, I never get rid of, including all of the CDs. And we were talking about this earlier with Barbara. I was speaking about the how webcams will come with software. Well, a lot of computers out of the box will come with software too. Like this is a Quicken 2002. We've got Resource CD. These are drivers and utilities. This will make our computer run. And this looks like for reinstalling Dell tools and system software. So this is very, very important stuff you don't want to get rid of. In here, it looks like we've got a regular telephone cable here. And it looks like, is that our microphone? Yeah, it's our microphone and our little connector. And this is another thing here, too. Let me open this up real quick. You see I've got, it's pink. And the beautiful thing about this is when I get it a little further, and I'm going to have to speed this along, when I open it up, you'll start to see that everything is color coordinated. And that's what I really like about machines nowadays, and why I tend to tell people to, oh, a nice little mouse pad, which you don't really need anymore when you have an infrared mouse. And I think this is what we have, something with no ball on it, just a little red light. Let's open everything else. Oh, there's Windows XP, but that's already installed on the system. Oh, this is important. There's our power cable. And by the way, if you happen to accidentally mess up and you've got, because this doesn't have a monitor in here, there's no screen in here, but if you accidentally mess up and use the computer power cable with your monitor, as long as they both fit, you should be okay. These power cables are pretty standard. Now let's go a little further here. At least I've never had a problem with it. Some people may have, but I've never had a problem with it. There we go. There's our keyboard. Let's see how our keyboard is connected via PS2, and see it's purple. That's kind of nice. Again, there's that color coding that I was talking about. I really like that. All right. Ooh, this one even comes with Paint Shop Pro 7.0. I love that program. We may be even using it later on in the show. All right. Now we lift this up out of the box just kind of carefully, and then usually you can have a friend pop off the styrofoam if you want. You don't have to. I can do it. You can do it just fine. At least I did, and I'm a short guy. So let me put this back end out just to show you that color coordination. Hopefully, if you're not colorblind, you'll be okay. But again, I'm going to reach down for the directions just to show you. They're not kidding when they say it's really easy. There's the directions, and there's the color-coded, well, I guess, panel on the back. And here we've got, remember the purple was our keyboard? That's where we plug in our keyboard. Now here, they've got, this is where I normally plug in a mouse. But this little, I guess, port, let me open up the mouse here, doesn't exactly match my mouse port. This is an important distinction. And this may be said somewhere in the directions. You might want to read those things first, too. This thing will not plug in there. This particular mouse will not plug in there. Don't try to put it in there. Even though it says mouse, this is a USB cable. And just like the webcam we were showing Barbara a few minutes ago, this is going to plug into an open USB port. And down below where we connect our speakers and our microphone, these are our USB ports. And you'll notice it'll just slide right in there, one way or the other. And that's how your mouse is going to be connected. Don't worry about it if you don't have anything connected to this particular mouse port. You're still going to be able to use the mouse, as long as you've got it plugged in somewhere. So that's pretty much about the size of it. Once you've got everything plugged in, the only basics, I guess, are getting the keyboard and the mouse. That's all you really need. You can always plug the speakers in later. Let's plug that in. I'm not going to boot it up, just, again, because we dropped the box. No, just because I don't have a lot of time for it. And then I plug in my power cable. Some people say plug it in first. I say plug it in last. And always, you want to make sure you're grounded. You might even think about getting a grounding wire, although you probably don't need one. Just be careful. If there's a lot of, if your house is prone to static electricity, be very careful when you approach anything metallic. Make sure you ground yourself first by touching like some piece of metal somewhere that won't fall off the stage, and you should be fine. Paul, did you need something?
No, I'm just watching. Maybe I can learn.
Oh, okay. This is Paul, our executive producer, Paul Blocking. He's standing here drinking his coffee. Are you taunting me?
I am.
Taunting me. Can't believe it.
You ever since I could.
Thank you, Paul. Appreciate it. Well, I didn't know he was. Just want to make sure. So did you learn something there?
Absolutely.
Good. Yeah, but you're supposed to learn something. That's what you get paid to do. Hopefully you learned something too. And if you want to know more about setting up your new PC, go ahead, head over to our website, and we have the full instructions right there. Everything you're going to need is there. techtv.com/call-for-help. First time I've said it all show. Coming up, we're going to hit the phones and find out what kind of questions you guys and gals have. So if we want to know something about your brand new PC, or you want to know about anything else for that matter, give us a call. I'm not going anywhere for at least another 17 and a half hours. Our web team is hard at work making sure everything we talk about on the show makes it to our website, techtv.com/call-for-help. Right here, TechTV's Call For Help-A-Thon. This nice big graphic. Go ahead, click that link and let's see what's here. Yeah, TechTV Color. Oh, be our guest so you can learn how to get back on here. Oh, support Pirillo. Post your messages of encouragement at our message boards. Ooh, hour one, set up your new PC, protect your PC, just in case you have a stage in your home and you don't want it to fall off. You can do that. Ooh, we've got a Mac tip coming up, a free file coming up, and a big ad for Smart Certified Direct.
Don't you love those ads?
I do, but I was hoping for a little more. Maybe we'll have to add more. I know, I see Rich back there. He's back there right behind you. Can you see him, Kat?
Yeah.
He's like right there. Hey, Rich, wave.
There he is.
There's Rich, one of our web guys
waving?
back
That's
there. You see him way
Rich.
back there? Hey. A great guy back there. All right, welcome back to the Call for Help-A-Thon. It's kind of like our regular show, except for, like I said, we're going to be doing it all day and into the night. We're here answering your questions until about 4 a.m. Eastern.
Yippee.
Or until I collapse.
You're not going to collapse.
Gosh, I hope not. Whichever comes first. So if you need help setting up that digital camera or your PC, whatever you want, give us a call. Seriously, we'd love to help. We want to know. We want to get some questions we've never got before, that we've never had a chance to answer before. Like, that was just my first sip, man.
Uh-oh.
Ready to take caller number 3?
Maybe we should do a now serving for your how many coffee drinks you drink.
I don't think I'm going to make it past this one cup, Kat.
Chris, I got a question about the computer we just set up.
Sure.
It looked like it only had 4 ports for USB devices. What if you have 6 devices?
Ooh, that is a good question. We're talking about the USB ports, of course, either on the back or sometimes in the front of a machine. And if you want to extend those, you could get a hub. They make USB hubs now, and now when you're actually, if you're thinking about getting a computer, if you haven't picked it up yet, you might even think about checking to make sure that those USB ports that you do have on the new computer are USB 2.0. That's the new version. Oh, thank you, Matt. Here is a USB hub, and with this, you would be able to plug in a cable, and this would connect to your computer, and then you'd be able to add 3 other devices to this.
Oh, that's cool. Are they expensive at all?
Let me maybe check. Oh, wait, no, 4 other devices to this. But you could also plug another hub into this, and then add another hub to another hub to another hub to another hub. And I believe the type of network that is a star topology network is the way it works. And I think in theory you can get up to 127 devices. And that, again, that's in theory.
Right.
In practice, you're never going to get that high. I mean, at most, you're probably going to have, I think I have about 5 or 6 USB devices at home. And some of them I plug in.
You're pretty much like a geek, so.
Well, yeah.
Most people don't have that many, right?
Well, no, they might. They may have a digital media reader, a webcam, you know, maybe a printer, a specialized device. You know, you could get there. Cool. You ready to take caller number 3 now?
I'm ready if you're ready.
All right, I think I am.
Let me hit the button. Look at that. On the TechTV NetCam Network, it's Phil from Phoenix, Arizona.
Phil from Phoenix, Arizona.
Hello, Chris.
Hello, Phil.
How are you?
I'm doing great, and it looks like you're doing well yourself.
Oh, hey, it's early in the morning here, and we're up and running. I have a question for you, though.
Okay.
Obviously, I wouldn't have called if I didn't, right?
Well, you could have called to say hello.
Well,
or,
okay.
Or
Hello.
called to say I love you. No one ever does that to me anymore.
I won't go that far. But, hey, my question is, I'm thinking of considering getting an LCD monitor. And I have heard that in the past that LCDs weren't good for pictures, for photo manipulation and gaming, that a CRT was better. I want to hear your opinion on it.
That's a great question, Phil. It really is, because I had to make that decision myself a few months ago. Now, let me ask you this, Phil. What do you do primarily with your computer?
Photo manipulation and gaming.
Okay, just basic stuff. Okay, so you do photo manipulation and gaming.
Right.
Okay. Well, and the reason there's a distinction between the two, I mean, there's a lot of applications for a computer. You could do photo editing, you can surf the web, you can do email, you could do gaming.
Oh, I do all those things, too, obviously.
Oh, sure. Well, yeah, it kind of goes without saying, Phil, yeah. we're manly men. We surf the web and play games and frag people at this early in the morning. Phil, if you play games, I would definitely recommend not getting an LCD.
Okay.
And the reason why is because it's a different type of technology than a CRT. LCD, CRT. And wow, look at this. Matt is the man this morning. You are just on the ball.
Got to compensate for dropping this stuff.
It's okay. We still love you, Maddie. We've got here a CRT and an LCD side by side, Phil. And of course, with LCDs, yeah, you do save space.
Oh,
and of course, the image may be a little different than what you would have on a traditional CRT. But the way LCDs work is different from a CRT. CRT, cathode ray tube. So there's actually, I believe, an electron gun is what they call it, scanning the screen. It's going back and forth many times per second. And that's what's called the refresh rate.
Right.
And LCDs don't have refresh rates. It's actually set up differently. So with gaming, you want a higher refresh rate because you want things to happen quicker. You want things to happen smoother. You want things to happen instantaneously. And you have that with CRTs. You don't have what they call tearing. And with LCDs, if you've ever seen, pardon me, if you've ever seen someone using an LCD before and something happens, the window they're dragging across the screen, it kind of tears in half. Like half of it gets dragged here and then a second later the other half gets dragged. It's kind of refreshing slowly. That's because of the way the way the LCD works is it's refreshing the whole screen at one time. It's not scanning like a CRT. It's a different setup. So with gaming, you can get faster frame rates according to your video card, but your screen may not be able to keep up. It can only go so fast. And instead of a refresh rate, it uses, I can't remember the exact term for it, and I'm going to have someone help me, but it uses something else, what they call, it's like a refresh rate, but it's not. It's specifically for LCDs. And the lower you get, I think it's measured in nanoseconds, and the lower you can get, the better with LCDs. With photo manipulation, that too is an issue, because you're not going to have the same color clarity sometimes on LCDs as you will with a CRT. You're going to have richer colors with a CRT than you are with an LCD. CRT, it's like each particular pixel on the screen has got 3 colors, red, green, blue. And if you ever pushed your face up against a screen and saw the little dots sitting on the screen before? Yeah. You can't do that with an LCD. Well, you could, but you're going to see something different. Because
you get little ripples.
Exactly. Well, exactly. Well, if you push it on the screen, because the actual layer of what you're seeing is actually sitting right here on the plastic or the glass, or I'm sorry, the plastic, whereas it's being projected onto the glass by that electron gun with the CRT. Technical terms, bottom line is that if you want to do just basic photo editing stuff, get a good LCD screen. If you're doing just basic web stuff, get a good LCD. If you don't want to have a lot of desktop space being taken up, get an LCD, because again, they're nice and flat. That's why they call them flat panels. But if you want rich colors, vibrant colors, if you're doing any kind of gaming right now, and you're not so much worried about desktop space or, well, I guess price, you're going to get more bang for your buck by going with a CRT. It will take more power, but for the most part, for gaming, I would recommend a CRT.
Okay, that's not what I wanted to hear. But
I'm sorry. Well, you could always get like a dual setup. You could get like another video card, or if your video card supports dual monitors, you could always have an LCD and a CRT plugged into the same machine.
There you go.
So we can find a best of both worlds.
I was looking for desk space is what I was looking for.
Well, if you're looking for desk space, okay, I'll tell you what, and I'm sorry we're going a little over here, but I've got a Samsung 18-inch monitor at home. And it's not a refresh rate. I can't remember what it's called. Maybe Andrew Hahn can help me. He'll be here later. But I think it refreshes quote-unquote refresh is at 16 nanoseconds. And it's fine. I don't notice that much tearing with video game playing or watching DVDs. But I've got an LCD at home. I'm very happy with it. It's very crisp. It cost me $1,000 bucks, so it was expensive. But I'm very happy with the LCD. And once I've gone to LCD, I'm never going to go back to CRT. That's a promise. My eyes don't have I don't have any problems with it because there's no refreshing. And people can get headaches from CRTs. There's none of that problem with LCD. So it's give and take. Phil, you know, I'm gonna need to find out a little bit more about you. And maybe we can get if I can think about it a little more. Maybe you can call back later on today if you're still awake. I guess you're gone, but Phil, thanks for the call. Sorry if that was not a definitive answer, but my recommendation for you, if you're gaming, is to go with the CRT. But if you want to just do mostly 2D stuff, go with an LCD. If you're looking for desktop space, go with an LCD. It's give or take, folks. There's no right or wrong answer. That's what I kind of like about this. That's what I didn't like about math classes. I'd always get it wrong. Anyway, Phil, thanks for the call. Bless you, Kat. She sneezed. Coming up next, we'll show you one of our favorite free files of the year, a top-notch antivirus program that'll keep your new PC out of harm's way. But first, here's Kat with a quick Windows tip just for you.
If your computer monitor shuts down just after a few minutes away from it, hit Start, Settings, now Control Panel. Open the Power Management icon. Under the Turn Off Monitor drop box, pick how long you want your computer to wait before shutting off, or never shut off at all.
I'll get to the free file in just a second, but first I want to apologize because I missed probably the most important tool that you need to have when you're setting up the computer, and I missed this. This was in the instructions. You need to have your coffee. You see that? There's a nice little coffee mug they put right next to the machine. You need to have your coffee, otherwise it won't work. Now, we showed you how to set up that PC a little bit. Kinda. We got you started earlier. But the first things you need to do when you get online, up and running, even before you get online, is install this, an antivirus program. And that is going to kind of protect your machine in case someone sends you a file that's got a virus in it or a worm, or you've heard about all these horrible things that are on the internet. This thing can protect you. This is the Grysoft or Grisoft. We're not exactly sure how to pronounce it, but it's absolutely free. The AVG free edition says you are protected, and that's exactly what it's doing. The control center, sorry, I need another sip here. The control center is not fully functional, but all I have to do is activate it, and I can have it have a resident shield, and that would be always on, always checking things. I can have it automatically scan my email. I can automatically have it update. This takes care of everything for you. Now, your computer may have come with an antivirus program, and that's fine. You could always stick with it, but you'll find out, like my mom did the other day, sometimes you're going to have to renew those programs. She's got a particular one that she has to renew every year. She has to pay for it. But this is absolutely free. Let's turn on our Resident Shield. Computer it's been activated. So now, if I can minimize and close this, I should be okay. Wait, oh, it's down in the system tray. There it is. Ah, it's set. I am now protected, and of course, I could automatically have it update automatically, and this is something important that you want to do too, because there are constantly new viruses coming out in the wild, and you want to stay protected. You want to make sure you're nice and safe when you're online and you're downloading files that you may hear about from friends. Run AVG. If you don't want to run this, that's fine. We've got other suggestions as well on our website. And, of course, keep watching because, you know, we're going to be showing this year's best free files throughout the whole show. And when I say show, I mean the other 17 hours of the show. We're going to find out if this is enough for a world record. Kat, in just a few seconds, is going to be checking the official website for the Guinness Book. I've never actually seen it before. Maybe we should have invited him in, you know?
Yeah.
Wait, or do you want to do it right now?
Do what now?
Or do you want to wait?
I want to wait.
We want to wait.
My computer's having some issues over here.
Okay, we'll go fix that then. Might not have what it takes to do this, but if I don't, maybe I'll have to stand on my head for another hour. So stick around. We're going to break some kind of record or computer or something around here. You know, Kat, we got balls.
Yeah?
Yeah, look, check it out. This is like, it's a drink. These guys are sponsoring it. I think maybe the next 5 colors that we get, we can send them a ball shirt.
Wow, we're nice.
So you can have balls right there on your chest.
Oh, goodness.
So cool. You know, we're trying to break a world record.
Yeah.
The silliest show. I think we beat it. No. Have we decided whether or not we're doing this officially?
No, we're not.
We're not?
No.
That's disappointing.
Yeah, but the Guinness Book of World Records has people that do break records all the time, and I want you to check out my screen. It's right now. This is a guy that broke the world record for eating a 3-course meal in 45 seconds.
Huh?
Look at him.
That's closer to him than I want to be.
Look at watch. He just challenge. 45 seconds it took him to eat the biggest meal.
Wait a second. Wait a second. So this guy gets in the Guinness Book of World Record. We do 18 hours of live television, help, and we don't get in?
No, we don't get in.
Why?
Because
we got to be breaking some record.
The world record was 31 hours, I guess, for the Jerry Lewis telethon.
Yeah, but but we're doing something different. We're doing computer help and stuff.
Right. That was a talk show, and this is a whole different thing. So I don't know. It was a huge deal. But I'm going to show you how you can search for your own huge deals.
Okay.
Other types of world records that are going to get you really excited about breaking world records. And hey, if you want to eat a meal in 45 seconds and maybe 35, you can get on the website burping too. It's called GuinnessWorldRecords.com. Sick. And what you do is you come to this website and you can check out, these are the main sections up here. So let's check out this guy. This is an amazing feat. This guy has 133.
Hey, it's Craig. No, I swear it's Craig.
On his face, but then what you can do is you can go into each category and you can check out the featured records. I think are the ones that are the most interesting. The heaviest weight lifted with his ear, and you can check it out. And then there's certain ones that have videos next to them, so you can actually watch as this dude picks up huge bricks with his ears.
I've done that.
And it's a funny website. It's really fun. So throughout the day, I'm going to try and give us a little break and show fun websites and things that we can just have fun laughing at.
I appreciate it.
Check them out.
Definitely. Now, Craig, was that you? Yeah. Craig, our call screener, back in the back. He puts clothespins on his face all the time. I know. I've seen him do it. Thank you, Kat.
Yeah.
Of course, we've got the link for you over on our website, techtv.com/
Call for help.
That's right. And your email is?
Kat@techtv.com.
That's right. Now, up next, we're going to check our inbox and take a look at the message boards as the first hour of the Call for Help-A-Thon winds down. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Can I go back to bed?
No. You got to stay around. You can stay around the whole time.
Go grab some leftovers because Tech TV's Call for Help-A-Thon will continue right after this.
Welcome back to the Call for Help-A-Thon, and we've got a little time right now to check some email and our message boards. Kat, what are people asking us this early in the morning?
Well, first of all, people are just fascinated that we're doing this whole thing, and they're very excited, and they want to participate, so that is a good thing. This person wants to know, how do I merge all my instant messengers together so that I have my buddy list in one application?
Let's see here. Was that a message board?
Yeah.
Okay. I was on the message boards here. I would actually use a program called Trillian, and we're going to be featuring this a little later today. Trillian, TRILLIAN .cc, not .com, .cc, and Rich will be sure to have the link for you on our website. This is Trillian, and what you want to use is this, and you could use all your accounts from one interface. They've got a free version. They've also got a pro version you can pay for. I paid for it. It's really, really nice. So, Kat, what's coming up in this next hour, our second hour?
Since we just showed you how to set up your new computer, we're going to show you how to transfer all of your data off of your old computer onto your new computer. We're going to help you with that because it can be very confusing and hard.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going to help him with that?
Yeah, you are.
Oh, good to know. Now, if you just joined us, I'm Chris Pirillo. I'll be your host for the next, 17 hours or so because the Call for Help-A-Thon is scheduled to go for 18 hours total, all the way till 1 in the morning Pacific, or I guess 4 in the morning Eastern time. That's right. We're live right now, and as Kat just mentioned, we're going to be showing you how to transfer data like your MP3s and email from your old PC onto your new one. And, all you need is some software and a cable. And we'll show you what kind of cables you could use. Plus, unlike Thank you, Matt. Like a cable like this is a parallel cable. You could also use a USB cable or a network cable. This is what you usually connect a printer to your machine with, but you could also use it to transfer data. Now, unlike PBS, we don't need your donations to keep this fine programming on the air. Fine?
Yes.
Are we fine?
We are fine.
Let us know on the message boards. But what we do need is your phone calls, emails, net cams to keep this marathon going, because without your participation, I'd just be here twiddling my parallel cables. And of course, to do that, you need our contact information, and Kat's got that over in our Interact area. Kat, tell them how to get a hold of us again.
Okay, everybody, if you want to participate in this 18-hour marathon, pick up your phone and call us. The number here is 888-989-7879, or you can email us at callforhelp@techtv.com. And if you have a netcam and you've already gotten out of your pajamas, unlike me, why don't you head into the TechTV chat room at techtv.com/call for help, and we're going to be checking the message boards, and I've already posted a couple of posts. What'd you get for Christmas? I want to know. And I'm going to be asking you some questions that are going to help throughout the show, so get onto the message boards and interact with us. And Morgan's going to be here in about 2 hours. She's getting off of her airplane now. She's on her way, so when she gets here, it'll be even more fun.
I can't believe we actually talked her into doing that. You know, I think our clock is up now.
Yeah?
Our timer.
Oh, really?
We've got a timer on the screen somewhere.
Really?
Where is it? Is it up here?
I don't see it.
Down? Over? It's right here? I can't see it.
I can't see it either.
Over here.
Can you see it in that monitor up there? No.
Right above our bug, apparently. That's what we call it. Sorry,
Well,
I said that
that's
out loud.
just great.
I was told to make television a mystery. Isn't it a mystery, folks? You want to meet our new floor director? He's right there.
Yeah, there he is.
You can't see him, can you?
Yeah, we have people rotating throughout the 18 hours, except you and I don't get to rotate anywhere.
No, we don't,
so
unfortunately.
We've got
But that's okay.
all kinds of people coming in and out of here.
It's okay. So do we have a caller now for number 4?
We do. Oh, yeah, we got to hit the button. See behind me? There's numbers right there. Now we're on number 4. Let's see who the caller is. On the phone, it's Danny from Houston, Texas, and he's got a question about external hard drives.
Houston, do we have a problem? Not like you've heard that before. What can we help you with today, Tanny?
I just got a Western Digital external 80 gig hard drive, and I was wondering if I could run Windows from it.
Is that an external model?
Yes.
All right. No. The answer to the question, unfortunately, is no. And you say you've got a Western Digital hard drive. That's well, it's not the exact model, but my Western Digital just crashed yesterday. I don't know if you caught that. But I went on Christmas, I went over to their website, I think it's WDC.com, and I put in an RMA, like a request to return it. So what's going to happen is they're going to send me the hard drive, and then I'm going to send them mine, and then I didn't have to call anybody. So they're sending me a new one, I'm sending them the old one, and it doesn't cost me a thing because it's under warranty. I'm very happy with Western Digital about that. Now, I'm not happy my hard drive crashed on Christmas, but hey, nothing you can do about that. Now, your question is, can you use that external hard drive to run Windows? And the answer that I know of is no. Windows usually needs what's typically known as the C drive. And inside your machine, and I don't know if we have a motherboard sitting around in the back somewhere, inside the machine, usually drives are connected to what they would call channels. And there's usually 2, a primary and a secondary channel. When I open up my computer here, oh, thank you, Matt. Wow, you are on the ball. See what we can find here. I don't know if these are labeled right here. Yep. IDE1 and IDE2. These are the 2, I guess you can call them chains, if you will. The chains would come from there. Usually, to get to boot Windows, you would have the C drive, what's typically known as the C drive, and that's usually the first drive that's recognized on the first IDE channel. And I know that's incredibly geeky, but again, I'm cutting short to your answer. You're asking, can you use an external hard drive to boot up Windows? And I don't think Windows will work that way. It needs to be on the C drive. And again, maybe someone's done it before. I've never seen it happen, and it's not to say that it hasn't happened before. And again, if I am mistaken, please, someone correct me. I've never seen it happen. But traditionally speaking, to boot into Windows, you're going to need to have that primary hard drive, that first hard drive, also known as C, the C drive, right here. See, it says local disk C drive up here in my computer, right there. That's the drive that's physically connected right here to our first channel, our primary channel. And if I rebooted the machine, sometimes, like when you reboot the machine, do you see a graphic or do you see strange text pop up before the Windows logo, Tanny?
Not yet, because I haven't got to install it yet.
Oh, okay. No, I mean like you're in your actual computer, not the hard drive.
Oh, yeah, the Windows XP logo.
Yeah, before that, sometimes what you'll see is information about your system, and it'll tell you what's connected to the system, and that's running through. It's what usually we call the BIOS, and it's not up on my screen right now, but if I rebooted, you would see just a brief flash of, like, this is your hard drive, and I can find the keyboard, and I can find the mouse, and this is how much RAM you have, and it's just there for a split second, but it's querying everything because it's looking for the operating system. Sometimes it's first going to go to like a floppy drive. That's why sometimes when you leave a floppy in the computer and reboot, it says bad command or file name or insert operating system or a command like that. That's the reason why. It's because it's looking for an operating system on a connected disk. And by default, it's going to look for Windows. Windows wants to be on the C drive. I've seen it work on other drives. It can happen, but I'm saying for all intents and purposes, using an external device to boot to Windows is probably not a smart idea. It can happen.
A dual boot?
Oh, to dual boot between the machines? I'm not sure. I've never done it before, Tanny, and I'm going to have to, I don't know if Phil, back in the lab, we got Phil back there, Matt back there. You guys ever heard about that before? A dual booting, you know, at least having Windows installed on C and then maybe dual booting to a second operating system or another version of Windows on an external hard drive?
On an external hard drive?
Yeah.
If you're running something like System Commander,
okay,
you may be able to do it. If you're certainly, otherwise you're going to want all of those operating systems running on the internal hard drives, because the external hard drives are devices that don't boot up until especially if it's running over USB or if it's running over a FireWire drive externally. The motherboard doesn't have access to those, and so the basic BIOS can't see that.
Sometimes
until it's a little bit later through the system. So it's going to be tricky to do.
Yeah, so I would recommend, he was talking about System Commander, which is a piece of software, I believe, from vcom.com, and Rich can make sure I've got the link correct. But that would be something that would allow you to manage the booting things, the boot process. Is there a reason why you want to use an external hard drive? I'm just curious.
Well, because my laptop only holds 20 gigabytes, and I have a lot of data, like MP3s and such, that I just want to carry around with me. And if I could boot to Windows, then that would be a lot more better.
From the actual, see, the only case I've heard of booting from externally, I've heard that you can boot OS X from the iPod. I've heard about that. But as far as Windows is concerned, I don't know if I've ever heard of it booting from an external drive. Carry your MP3s on that external hard drive, but be careful, because those external hard drives, just because you can carry them around, doesn't mean you probably should, because, again, it's a hard drive. You might just think about getting high-capacity DVDs to carry that stuff around, because that way you don't have to worry about your hard drive failing, like they do sometimes, even sitting in desktop machines, as I found out yesterday. But, Tanny, we'll keep asking around, maybe in the message boards. We'll see if anybody's done this before. I'm curious now.
Speaking of message boards, Chris, we got 59 responses to what people got for Christmas this year. James, 115, says, I got too many clothes for Christmas and a Sony digital high video camera. It's fat. I bought 100 shares of United Airlines at 73 cents per share. What a bargain.
Whoa. That's amazing.
Yeah, so 60 people have already talked to us about what they got. So go post.
The dude got a Pro Scope, the USB microscope. I just saw it.
Yeah.
I didn't get one.
Some other guy got like 3 of the things that was on your Christmas list.
How come I'm the only one who didn't get anything on my list?
Oh, poor Chris.
Thank you, Ken. Thanks for the call, Tanny. We'll see if we can dig up a more definitive answer for you. But hopefully the answer that we did give you will get you started. Now, coming up next, we go back to the phones and see if we can't answer more of your questions when the Call for Help-A-Thon continues. We march bravely.
Now back to TechTV's Call for Help-A-Thon, the only live after the holidays help and how-to show.